Peace. So today I wanted to talk about letting things go and releasing what no longer serves you, and how I feel that that's just all a facade. And here's why. The mind doesn't know what you want. And as much as we're talking, as much as we're exchanging, as much as we think we have it all figured out and we have the perfect code for everything, we really don't. We only comprehend according to the state of our level of consciousness, right? So what you think right now for yourself, what I think right now for myself, may not serve me. If I'm living intentional, it actually has served me. And the doing the work of having to release and doing the work of letting go of what no longer serves you does not work like that. And here's why. Everything that you have and that you've been up until this moment is a program, right? So everything that you needed and that you need in this present moment was required in order for you to get to the state of consciousness that you're currently in, no matter what spectrum or frequency it was on, right? No matter what tuned frequency you were in. It all serves a purpose. And I feel like instead of spending your life trying to let go, or have the illusion of letting go and having the illusion of what no longer serves you, it's important to put them in a basket and use them differently, and use them as a tool, and use them as realizing that in this present moment is what you only know of this thing, right? Your state of consciousness, your level of consciousness is all you know of this thing. But as you begin to evolve internally, right? And as you begin to be aware internally, as you begin to self-actualize your life and yourself internally, your tuning into a frequency is going to dissolve things without you even having to put any effort into it. You don't have to continuously say, let go of what no longer serves you, or, this serves no more purpose in my life. As you begin to live internally, the timing in which these things dissolve out of your frequency is up to the level of your state of consciousness. Am I making sense? So what I'm realizing for myself is that this life isn't necessarily always about the external doing, right? I'm going to take the initiative to let go of the things that no longer serve me. And again, as I mentioned, it doesn't work like that, because everything that you are up until this moment has been a program and is a program and will continue to be a program unless you recognize the program and the looping that you are in. So verbally, it's easy to say that you want to let go of things that no longer serve you in your life. However, within the program within yourself, if it is not aligned through your heart space, mind-heart coherence, if it is not aligned with the frequency that you are, internally living in, then your words are just words. And anybody can talk. I think we've all experienced this, that, everybody talks a good game, but being able to show up for yourself intentionally every day and to take accountability in spaces where you do see these programs and you do see these loopings within yourself, what you think you're letting go of is actually an illusion, because all of that is going to continue to exist. And so again, as I mentioned, it's not the letting go that you need to be concerned about, because this life is very intelligent and it's not that fucking easy. You have to do the internal work, and you have to do the self-recognition, and you have to begin to sit in the solitude of yourself and in the shadow aspect of yourself, and to begin to acknowledge these spaces that you are in, and begin to harness, accept, because everything that you feel is wrong is actually required, because if you don't know contrast, how are you supposed to know the other end of that contrast without experiencing the other side of it? You know what I'm saying? So both of these are working in unison, you know? So when you deny one, you deny the other. And so when you feel that you wake up every morning and like, I'm just going to let shit go, it's not going to work like that, because you're denying an aspect of yourself. What's important to say is, I'm going to honor the space that I'm currently in. Whatever shows up for me today is something that I will take accountability for, and I will be aware of the fine tuning and the frequency that I am currently in, and I will allow the upgrading of my energy field to dissolve whatever needs to be dissolved. You know, and I think that's a beautiful space to be in, because it lightens the shoulders, you know, it lightens the heart, it lightens the mind, because you're not in this automatic doing, which is what the mind loves, you know. And sometimes we trick ourselves by constantly being in the mind, even if you have the best intentions of wanting to do something, because you are in the mind. You think that you're moving towards something good, when actually your physical body, the etheric field, the essence of all that you are, is just wanting you to be still and to not even think. You know, it just wants you to be present, to hold space. You know, it just wants you to indulge in accepting this reality that you've chosen for yourself for all that it is. You know, and I think we do a lot of doing, you know, and when you have years and years and years in ancestral programming within your DNA, there are a lot of things you're not going to be able to wake up and just say, I'm just letting this go today. You know, awareness takes time, and self-actualization takes patience, and it takes a getting out of your body, you know, the physical body, and realizing that you are this frequency that is hovering over this physical body, and you become the observer, you know, of what this animation, or what this body is, you know, animating, and this character that you're playing, right? And the many masks that you are wearing for everybody in your life, you know. And when you begin to see those areas of yourself that, you know, are playing these games, one with yourself and then two with others, then that's when you realize that until you recognize these aspects of yourself, you know, the letting go is a beautiful illusion, you know. And there is no better remedy for anything in your life except to, you know, understand that all is all, you know, and contrast is a beautiful mystery that we will never be able to fully comprehend, because we're not meant to fully comprehend. Sometimes we're just meant to feel. And the more that we are disconnected out of our bodies, which is what somatic work is all about, is, you know, being in your body and to be able to feel again. A lot of us are numbing ourselves through vaping, through sex, through social media, through validation by, you know, through others, by constantly going out. Even spirituality, you know, can be a numbing sensation. And sometimes it doesn't have to be about the labels. It doesn't have to be about, you know, ringing a bell. You know, it's beautiful. Sometimes it's not always about spraying Palo Santo. You know, sometimes it's not always about the sage. I mean, all these external things are beautiful in the field in order to raise the vibrations within the space that you're living in. But if you yourself aren't risen, then guess what? None of this shit matters, right? Nothing that you see in my field, none of this matters. You know, the matter doesn't matter until you are aware of your matter, and then do something about the matter in order to raise the frequency, so all of this truly matters. So I just wanted to spend some time. This is the things that twirl in this mental of mind, and it's a beautiful journey. So, you know, letting go of what no longer serves you is an illusion, because it all serves you. And there's going to be a moment where you're going to need that, you know, with different eyes and a different heart and a different way of living, when what you thought you were letting go of was really necessary only for you to have it for your future self. So don't be so quick to let go. Just be quick to sit and observe.